Maya Lin had always been quiet. She wasn't the kind of girl who drew attention. Always in the background, hoodie pulled tight, books clutched to her chest, and round glasses that always slipped down her nose. She never raised her hand, never spoke out of turn, never caused trouble. Most days, she tried to blend in, hoping to avoid the stares and snickers. But in the hallways of West Ridge High, quietness was often misunderstood. Especially by Liam Hayes. Liam was everything Maya wasn't: loud, cocky, and constantly surrounded by a pack of boys who laughed at everything he said, no matter how cruel. To them, Maya was an easy target. She never fought back. Never even looked them in the eye. That made her perfect. At first, it was small things. A shove in the hallway. A snide comment about her clothes. A cruel joke muttered just loud enough to sting. Then came the day that changed everything. It was after gym class. The students were lining up to leave, sweaty and tired. Maya was at the back, quietly tying her shoes when she felt someone come up behind her. Before she could react, Liam snatched the glasses right off her face. "Let's see how blind the little mouse is now," he said, laughing as he held them up like a trophy. The gym filled with laughter. Maya stood up slowly, blinking through the blur. Her voice was soft but steady. "Give them back." "Oh, she speaks," Liam smirked. "You gonna make me?" That's when he did it. He shoved her, hard. The room fell quiet. Everyone expected her to fall. To back off. Maybe even cry. But Maya didn't move. She took one slow breath, her shoulders straightening. And then, without warning, she stepped forward, grabbed Liam's arm, turned her body, and flipped him. It wasn't a scuffle. It wasn't messy. It was clean. Precise. Powerful. Liam's body slammed onto the gym floor with such force the sound echoed. He gasped, stunned, wind knocked clean out of him. The laughter was gone. Replaced by stunned silence. Maya picked up her glasses, wiped them on her sleeve, and placed them back on. Her voice, still calm, rang clear, "Don't touch me again." And she walked out of the gym. By lunchtime, everyone in the school had heard what happened. Some thought it was a rumor. Others swore they saw it with their own eyes. Liam Hayes, the toughest, meanest guy in school, had been flipped onto the ground by the quietest girl in class. No one could believe it. But there was more to Maya's strength than anyone knew. She had trained in martial arts since she was young. Her mother had taught her not to fight out of anger, but to defend. To stand tall when it mattered. Maya had stopped practicing after her mother's accident. Something broke in her that day. Since then, she stayed silent. Afraid of what she might become if she ever fought back. But that shove, that humiliation, lit a fire in her that she hadn't felt in years. It wasn't about revenge. It was about dignity. After the incident, Maya was called to the principal's office. She walked in expecting punishment. Her hands were shaking. Her voice caught in her throat. But the principal didn't yell. "We saw the security footage," she said. "You didn't attack. You defended yourself." Maya nodded slowly. "You handled yourself with restraint," the principal added. "And incredible control." It was the first time Maya saw admiration in someone's eyes at school. Liam didn't show up for the next 2 days. When he returned, he walked with a different posture, head down, less laughter, less arrogance. He never came near Maya again. In fact, one day she found a note in her locker. Folded neatly. "I was wrong. I'm sorry." She didn't need to know who it was from. She didn't throw it away. She didn't show it to anyone. She simply folded it again and kept it tucked between the pages of her notebook. Not as a trophy, but as a reminder. A reminder of the moment she chose to stop shrinking. Maya didn't suddenly become loud or popular. That wasn't her. She still kept to herself. Still wore her hoodies. But something inside her had shifted. She stood straighter. Looked people in the eye. And little by little, people started seeing her for who she really was. Not a victim. Not a mouse. But someone with quiet strength. The kind that doesn't need to shout to be heard. She joined a self-defense class at a nearby community center. Not to fight, but to teach. Younger girls came in afraid, shoulders hunched, eyes low. Maya showed them how to move. How to stand tall. How to say no with confidence. One girl, barely able to speak through her fear, once asked, "What if they don't stop?" Maya looked her in the eye and said, "Then you don't either." Years later, people still talked about the moment in the gym. About how Liam Hayes got dropped by a girl no one saw coming. But the real story, the one worth remembering, wasn't about the fall. It was about the rise. About how a quiet girl refused to stay invisible. About how she chose courage, not to humiliate someone else, but to reclaim her own voice. And how, in one unforgettable moment, she reminded everyone watching that silence is not weakness. It's patience. It's control. It's power, waiting for the right time to speak. Message for the viewer. Being quiet doesn't mean you're powerless. And standing up for yourself doesn't make you aggressive, it makes you brave. You never know how strong someone is until they're given a reason to show it. Never let anyone define your worth. You carry your strength inside you. Let the world see it when it matters most.